following movie is rated R.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mutant Year Zero. Thank you for joining us again as we try to survive the wasteland. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. Also, be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment so we know how we're doing. Thank you and welcome to Mutant Year Zero. Okay, so kind of a rough cliffhanger for last episode. Had several of the Hell Drivers needed to go ahead and split off and go back and check on family and friends. There were 8 that stayed. And I guess I just need to know where you guys want to go from there at this point. You're pretty sure that up north here, what you saw was not a good thing. Probably going to be some radioactive fallout and things like that. So, do you continue on to the robot facility, the Westworld, so to speak?
Yeah, that is the plan.
All right, so I'm going to switch you over to the next map because you're going to cruise on over. And go ahead and get us a tracker roll made. Do one of you want to roll that, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I was just keying it up.
Excellent. Okay. Nothing of terrible concern here. You do have an extra success. Let me pull up my deal here. Do you with your extra success, what would you like to do?
Speed, always speed.
Okay, so you can pick the super speed where you're not even exploring if you want.
Yes.
Okay, I kind of thought that might be the one you want to. In a quarter of the time, it says, so nice. Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
Why did I close that character sheet? Who knows?
By the way, that last one you're kind of in the remnants of city buildings and stuff. Nice roll. So that you can get a couple other stunts. You got 2 extras there if you want to, even with the speed.
We'll take an artifact, and we'll take some bullets. Unless anyone has any objections.
I'm sorry. It does say here, if you pick the one you rush through the sector in a quarter of the time it would take to explore it, you avoid all threats, but the sector does not count as having been explored, and you find no artifacts, grub, or water in it.
You're right.
So you can't do anything if you're going to do the super speedy.
That's fine. Speed is speed. If we can get there today,
that would be a
without
good thing for
tiring
you.
people out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Just
get you.
because they're really not going to be expecting an attack immediately after a nuke like that. When they're like, yes, we hit their main home, they're going to be coming home to look at that. It's like some of them. Where is it at again? Was it right here where the bunker was, or?
Yeah, it's actually right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You're moving into that.
Okay, we will make it today then.
Yeah, you're gonna make it today. I just need one more roll to make sure you get through this sector, okay?
Okay.
Unaccosted. You rolled for this one, and now you got to roll this one.
Yep.
That's not good enough to get through it in a timely manner, but that will get to show it as explored, though.
It's already been explored, so.
This one here?
No, we hit that one, didn't we? We started.
No, you started here. Started at E30, I think it is. Yeah, E30. Then you needed one for here. And this is the third roll for this one right here.
That was the first one right there. And then we did this one. That was the second one with the 4 successes.
You should have started right here with the E30.
Yeah.
So that's the one with the...
That's what I'm saying. We started right here.
Yep. And
you didn't have to explore it. We were here.
Oh, no. You started...
Okay.
You started over here at the end of last session, I thought. Right here. Am I not right?
I mean, all I know is that when I popped in on the map, we were on the other side, so...
Well, yeah, when I put you in, I got to put the UR start here somewhere, so that's where I put it. So yeah, that third roll would be for this one.
All right.
You still made it in a day. It's not like...
I'm not upset about it. I'm just saying, all right,
And like I say, you get to at least count that as an explored one, too. Okay. Nothing of concern here. Okay, you come on into your target area. And I assume you're heading straight for basically the domed area and that you found in the building.
Yep.
Heading straight in for the Wild West town, right?
Practically, yeah.
Okay.
We'll do just a smidgen of prep and organizing, make sure gear check, all that kind of stuff, and then
okay. Kind of a gear check to make sure nobody's missing anything.
Nobody's missing anything. Make sure that equipment is doled out appropriately as far as like the other prep work that we had done, and
gotcha. Okay.
Include if there looks like there's enough leadership amongst the 8 guys that have been sent with us, I'll let them have their own groups. But if not, then we'll put them in with our guys. Assign them to the squads. Have everyone separated out.
Right. You're probably gonna need to take charge of the eight guys, and Ilona basically, gave you command. They should
follow what we say. Yeah.
Yeah. She said, "Okay, you're under their purview while I'm not here," kind of thing.
Okay. I don't want to divide them up too much, but they will be sort of divided into different squads so as not to... Because I don't think their guys aren't as well equipped as ours are they?
No, not really.
Yeah. So we'll divide them up between the squads to make sure that every squad has the same capabilities. That makes sense.
So you come in up at the top here. And you notice that there's not really much of a hubbub going on like last time when as you approached, you could see people milling around, and you're like, what are we coming up on? There's nothing. There's just empty streets from what you can see from outside of town here.
Okay.
Do you think they called them back?
They probably have them divided up. They wanted to use them to supplement their own forces, so probably have them out in the zone or repurposed. That being said, let's be careful.
Yeah, so how do you want to go about this?
Quickly and quietly.
Okay. So where are you moving to? Are you heading straight for the elevator area? In the church?
We'll clear buildings as we go.
Okay. Move where you're clearing buildings.
So that I do want to get to the elevator quickly, but I don't want to get pinched. So. Oh, and let the guys know that as far as the robots in the town, inside the town are concerned, if they look, we'll describe the cowboy stuff.
You'll have been telling them about that kind of on the way.
Yeah, so it's like they don't necessarily need to shoot every single one that they find. Now,
gotcha.
Things are going to get hectic because we're all nervous here. But we'll try to mitigate that if we can and keep the element of surprise. Because if they're enemies that we don't have to fight, then, or if they're elements that we don't have to fight, then let's not fight them.
Gotcha. Okay. So which building are you checking? How are you going about checking it first,
Probably have two squads to a building if it's large, a squad to a building if it's small.
Okay. Let me see. I probably need to give you ability to control these here.
Where are our guys as well?
Oh, how many did we bring? I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember either. I think it was roughly 10? The same number as we brought to the other shindig.
Was it 10?
Something like that? 10,
yeah.
12?
10, 12. Not quite as many because we had like 15, 16, but on the first one, but
500.
500.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about with dividing up the squads, It's because I know I already organized our guys into squads. So we'll plug the Hell Riders in with each of those squads.
Okay, you guys should be able to access those tokens now. Maybe we'll get some mutants.
What is the power spread that we have on the mutants and the animals? Because, for example, sonar would be really useful here.
Let's see. Give me a percentile dice roll, and we'll see if you've got a mutant that has that with it. Give you a 25% chance to hit it. You got one that has sonar.
Okay.
That's too many. Wish I could globally change these.
What's the extent on that? Could they check a building by just burning a point, like at the door of the building?
I'd have to read the sonar.
Okay.
Let's see here.
And do we have anyone with flight?
Yeah, I'd say you probably have one with flight.
Have him get higher up. Take a position. He's probably got a rifle. Have him take a position up top. Be our Overwatch. Let us know if he sees anything. I want eyes on that door.
Which door?
To the elevator.
Okay, that's that building. That's the church down there.
Okay.
So he can't really see the elevator itself. It's in the building.
Right, but he'll be able to see the building. That'll be good enough for this. He'll be able to tell us if things start pouring out of that, at least.
Yes. Oops. So we'll do this one. We'll say flight for nameplate.
Flyboy.
So we know he's the flyer. And then we'll do this one here. Call him Sonar.
Anyone else have any tactical input for powers that would be useful here?
Not that Velvet would know.
Okay. All players. Save. Here we go. So here's all your folks from the Ark. So your guy with the flight, he heads up into the sky to take his watch. No problem with his spending his muty point. Let's see, I'm gonna make that a little smaller also. There we go. And so your flight guy is going to come up here and fly. And yeah. So which buildings, show me as you're coming in, which building you're going to hit first and check out. Oh, I was going to read sonar also. Let me read that. Sonar. Sense your surroundings and effectively see in total darkness for a few minutes. Stun enemies at up to short range, so he can't see through walls with it.
Okay. This is something that probably would have been done beforehand. Do we have anyone with the leech?
Leech. Oops. Bumping my microphone. Give me a percentile dice again. No, don't have one with leech. Or parasite,
Okay.
rather.
That's fine. Do we have anyone with human magnet?
Now, I'll give you another roll again.
Okay.
Probably should have sorted out these before we got here. But
Well, I mean,
yeah.
part of that would have been that I would know who would be on the group. And this would be something that would be done at the squad level and all that. Looks like a no.
Yep.
And I'm only going to go for one more here. You don't have to worry about me running through all of them. Do we have anyone with Mind Terror?
Roll that one.
No. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Suppose we
How
could
many
have
do we
done.
have altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18, 3 groups of 6. That's fine. One of them is up top. I'm just going to kind of just throw people around.
Curiosity here. You have human magnet.
Okay.
It came up in the Discord with a mutant draw, so you got it.
All right. So we got looks like there's a token I can't touch right there in the corner. That group.
This one right here. Nope.
This guy.
There you go. Try now.
Okay, cool. This is how the squads are split up.
Okay.
Actually, we'll swap that and that. There we go.
Okay.
Pretty even spread.
Fantastic.
I'll attach to this one. Chev and Velvet can do what they want.
Okay, are you guys, Chev, Velvet, are you going to basically lead a squad?
Sure. I was
Okay.
going to check out the blacksmith.
You're going to come into... Actually, this is
the
livery.
livery stables.
Yeah. Okay. And you'll bring your squad with you, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. You make your way through and don't find anybody. You're doing the laundry, Perkin?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't find anybody.
Okay. The church right there. Right there. That's where we're headed, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My group will check out the newspaper on our way. To the
Okay.
center.
Kind of go down through.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Nothing.
Now we'll check out the blacksmith.
Nothing there.
Were there any
You
weapons around?
said you were taking the
No weapons.
Yeah. Well, I didn't explain that one beforehand, so I won't push that one.
What is it? Go ahead. Lay it on me.
Just prioritizing which buildings based on which buildings were important before.
Okay.
That's something that's only hitting me now, so I'm going to just say that I didn't think of that at the time, and now we're separated, to some extent, so I'm not gonna.
I got you. Velvet, are you going to continue around counterclockwise, basically?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and keep moving. Show me which one you're going to next.
I believe this is just labeled house.
Yep. Nothing there.
I've been moving my token. I assume that you're just going to say there's nothing there until there's something there?
Yeah, I just want to see where you're stopping. Now, let me just clarify that
We're taking time to do this.
This is a cursory search in that you're not like turning the place upside down. You're just checking, looking in a room. No, looking in a room, or are you pulling open closets, opening?
Nope.
Okay.
This is quick and quiet. We start tearing stuff up, it's going to get loud.
Okay. All right. Nothing for you, Velvet. You can continue on. All right. So, Velvet has some of the larger buildings, so it's going to take her a little longer to get around. So as you're kind of going into the Brooklyn Hotel, most of you have kind of gone in. Okay.
All right.
And let me get this here. So as you're kind of going in, a guy comes out of the church front doors, eyes go wide and bails right back in, and you hear him screaming, "They're here! They're here! They're here!"
That's in the church.
Yep.
Okay. What did we have grenades for this? Did we have pipe bombs?
No, you had Molotovs.
Yeah.
10 Molotovs is what you made.
I might have one or two just on me that are leftovers. I'll have to check. I don't know for sure. What about you, Chev?
I've got. Looks like I've got 2 Molotov cocktails.
No, I don't have any grenades on me. That's too bad. Does the church look like it's been fortified from the outside?
No.
Can my sonar guy break all the windows on one side?
I think you can attack with that to some extent. Sonar. Stun enemies at up to short range. Disrupt an enemy at short range. Yeah, sure, I'd let that happen. That'd be cool. Basically shrieks and shatters the windows. I kind of like it.
Okay.
No problem spending the mutant point. I assume you're talking about kind of this side right here. Let me get my pen freehand. Basically this side.
Come on. Why is it doing this to me? Go ahead. Yeah, that side.
Okay. The glass shatters out.
Okay. Is the ground here soft enough to dig?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to dig, but specifically I'm making like a foxhole type deal.
Okay.
I am going to make that along the same side. Or maybe not necessarily a foxhole, but just a berm that they can shoot over. That they're not lower than the windows. But
Yes, I don't quite understand what you're doing there.
Okay. We'll just make it a foxhole then. Make it simple. I don't.
So you're going to do a foxhole here or over here?
Huh? Like here-ish along the same side, and I want it to be a line that's long enough for people to position up.
Okay.
Like so.
All right, draw that out for me. And then spend your mutant point.
Yeah. And actually, I should probably measure that to make sure that
You're good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. Let's get our turn order out. All right, let's go ahead and get an initiative roll.
No problems on the mutant power. Or on the animal power.
Okay.
Chev, your squad needs to push in right now.
Through the front.
Through the front. Can we see anything through those windows? Oh well.
Oh, sorry. My mic was muted. So, are you looking through these windows, or are you talking about what does Chev see as he's pushing into the building?
I'm talking about my squad looking in the windows.
Okay. Because they're back here. You'd have to be. They see movement. That's about all you can see from where you're at.
Okay. We're taking shots at them.
At the movement.
Yep.
Okay. Well, hang on. Let's get our turn order done here.
Sure.
I need you
I
and
just
Chev. Or
want
did
you
you
to
roll?
know that once Chev goes in, we won't be taking shots at the movement. We'll move up on the windows, but I want to make that whatever whatever tables they're turning over and all that stuff. I want to make that harder for them. So
Okay. They're not really turning over tables, but okay.
maybe they're ducking down under pews, whatever sort of fortifications or things that they're doing. I want to make them panic.
Right.
I
Velvet,
want their focus on us.
what is your total? 6 plus.
Whose?
Yours, Velvet.
It's plus agility, so 9.
9?
Or rather, my agility's 5, so I rolled a 6, so 11. Whoops.
Ooh, nice. Chev, how about you?
Unfortunately, I am super far away.
Talking about roll.
Yep.
I got a 6 plus 4 is 10.
10. Nice rolls tonight. And Perkin, you're a 5 plus.
3.
Good rolls. Okay, Velvet. Yeah, you're going to kind of have to hoof it. I'll be a little closer over here. Where did my measuring thing go? There it is. So you can get with a double move about here to the bakery.
That's what we'll do.
Okay. All right. So Chev, you can post up. Technically, he's going to get into the building before your guys shoot. Perkin, or how do you want to
They
work
should
that?
already be shooting.
Okay, but we're going by. You got to still go by turn order here. I called for initiative, and they don't shoot until their initiative.
All right. I suppose, Chev, if you want to hold your initiative, then wait for their focus to be on us before you push in. That's up to you.
Chev, what would you like to do with your group? Technically, you've got to wait on them anyway. They're a slow bunch.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So Perkin, you and then your group of folks get to go.
Yep.
All right. And they're just kind of shooting to keep people down, and if they see a target, they're aiming at it, right?
I assume that we're shooting. And we're shooting at the movement. I assume that gives them like heavy cover or whatever. But
yeah,
definitely, if they can hit something, I want them to hit something.
I got you. Okay, go ahead and just give me. On average, they're going to be, let's see, 3 plus 2, 5 dice plus 1 for their rifle. So 6 dice. Give me 4 rolls with 6 dice. Okay, so we got some hits there. Nice. Go ahead and give me just roll a just regular 6-sided dice. Go ahead and roll 3 of them. Looking for odds and evens on them. Good deal. So they've lit up in there. You hear yelling and screaming and carrying on. And Chev, it's your turn before we kick over to the next round here. Man, we are rolling sixes like crazy. It's going to be scary tonight.
Yeah, I guess we'll kind of follow suit and shoot into the room as well.
Okay, you're not going to go in then?
Mm. Yeah, we'll charge in and
Okay, go ahead and move in.
imagine that.
Yep.
That's
You
that
don't
big,
have to imagine. It's here.
That's that big robot thing, isn't it?
Yep. Multi-armed beastie.
Good.
All right, so you can move and shoot. Everybody can light it up if they want.
Yeah, I think we will. Attack with extreme prejudice.
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll for you.
I'm gonna attack it with the EMP pistol.
Nice. All right. Roll your attack on that.
Okay.
Pushing that is probably not advisable.
No, no. Hopefully the rest will have a little better luck.
Okay, let's see. You've got 1, 2 hell drivers with you, it looks like. They're going to be like, what the heck?
Shoot it! Shoot it!
They're working on it. Okay, they shoot. Boom, boom. Nice. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So they light into it. You can see that it doesn't look like they did any appreciable damage, but you see chunks of, like, chitinous armor coming off in several places where they shot it. Let's see here. And then for the mutants, +1. Wow. Boom, 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 boom. All right, more armor rolls here.
Quick question. Our flight guy should have seen that guy pop out the front door.
Yeah, he came out the door while you were standing right here, too.
Yeah.
He was watching this building. Are you saying that you think he would have gotten a shot at him?
I think so.
Give me a percentile dice.
Okay. Fair enough.
75% chance that he was actually aiming the gun right at the door where he could plug the guy. Okay. So we'll give him a shot at that guy. One hit. What's a scrap rifle do? 2 points of damage?
2 points.
Okay. So it would have winged him, but he still would have gotten back inside.
Fair enough.
right, so armor-wise, this is going to take a little bit of chunk on me this time. All right, when the mutants fire, you can tell that it does some damage to the beastie. And that's basically the round. So we're back up to Velvet. You can make another sweeping move here to roughly the Imperial Saloon. And you can bring your brood with you as well.
Yeah, they're following me, I'd imagine.
Chev? Your turn.
We will continue to blast this thing.
All right. Wow.
That is more better.
Wow. What is that? That's 3, 4. Or, well, what do you want to do with your stunts? Let me ask you that.
I probably would aim for damage, I would guess, unless there's a stunt I can do with an EMP pistol to shut this thing down.
Now, oh, did you use the EMP pistol on it?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it stops dead in its tracks and collapses to the floor. Tentacles stop moving and yeah. Now, in the midst of this, you would have seen Chev in the back, the elevator door closing with the guy kind of peeking around the corner that had come out, and the elevator door would close.
Any way to get a shot in there before it closes?
You're busy dealing with Beastie in your face.
Yeah, I was talking about the rest of my party.
Oh, no, I'm giving you that information in a post manner. That when you hit the door, that you saw him behind the beast before the combat went down in here, and then you started shooting at the beast, and he's already down and gone.
I got you.
Yeah.
So I'll shout out. He went down the elevator.
Okay. Is combat done for the moment?
Yep, we're out of combat.
Come on, give me selection. I will be running up. I assume I'm able to hear that.
Yeah.
Can you stop that elevator? Talking to Chev.
It's a good question.
How long from the elevator? How long did it take just to get down?
What's a turn? A couple minutes, if that.
A single turn is just 8 seconds, isn't it? I know in D&D it's specifically 6 seconds. I don't know what the thing is.
I don't know.
Mutant Year Zero.
Let's look. I don't think we've ever looked at that, have we?
No, never been relevant.
It is kind of relevant now.
If I could get to it in time to pull him right back up.
Turn.
Too funny. Firefighter override. Stops the elevator.
Combat. Ooh.
Not sure if the firefighter.
Is that something you've ever looked up, Velvet?
What was the question?
How long a combat turn?
It tells you that it can be at any discernible amount of time you want to be, but the general standard is 6 to 10 seconds, just because people need time to, pull up a bead on someone and shoot or throw a punch or whatever.
Well,
so, yeah, it's up to you what you want to determine a turn is, but generally it's assumed to be somewhere between 6 to 10, 12 seconds.
Yeah, we'll say it's been 12 seconds. 15 seconds. And then another 10 seconds while you guys are conversing about, hey, get that elevator, and then you got to cross the room. So all said and done, probably 30 or 40 seconds. And you can start fiddling with the controls.
Yeah.
Give me a jury rig roll to see if you can stop the elevator.
Say tinker on top of that.
Hmm.
No, tinker is to repair.
I think that's a repair one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's repair. Yeah, it's just gonna be straight up.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be straight up.
I want my sonar guy to stun him as soon as the door opens, and I want my magnet guy to just push against him, and any metal he's carrying. So it's like if he's gonna pulls a gun, tries to shoot anything, anyone, it's gonna mess with him. Suddenly, the full force of a body is against whatever metal.
All right, you get the elevator to stop. You pulled the panel and kind of yanked a couple wires. But I'm going to say you're going to need to do better than one to get it to actually override and come back up. But you got it stopped.
Shall I push?
Yeah, you can push.
I'm fine with that.
Come, let me push.
Mm.
Damn it.
Of course, I could push one more time.
That's up to you.
Mm.
So it's going to be one of those nights.
Man, I thought we were rolling hot right out of the gate, but
That's 2 points of wits damage.
so what do you want to do from here? You've got an elevator that's stopped. It doesn't look like it made it all the way to the bottom.
Can we open the door?
Yep.
Okay. We'll open the door. How far down is the elevator?
Maybe 2 floors. And you hear him yelling, "Help me, help me, help me."
Does it look like there's a hatch on top of it?
Yes.
We killing or capturing? Killing or capturing this one? They figured out how to make this place work. They could probably tell us how to blow it up too. What was that, Chef?
I don't remember what I said now.
All right.
Sorry.
Can the fly guy carry anyone?
No.
Okay. Throw some rope over the side. I want sonar guy and someone else with a rifle down there and pop the door, stun the man.
Okay. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. You pop it open, and the guy's kind of, his hands up, looking at you wild-eyed. No, 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 no! And the sonar boy pops him. Let me see if he makes sure his mutation goes off.
Speaking of X-Men, apparently we're in it now.
All right, so it stuns him out cold.
Okay. Jump down inside and push the buttons Chev tells you to. Does having anyone on the other end help him get the elevator back up here?
Oh, yeah, that's, boom, it comes right back up.
Okay. Now we have a hard part. How many floors are there again?
There's just the ooh, wait a sec. There were floors.
There were multiple
I think it's
floors.
4. Let me look here. There's four floors.
Okay. And the production machine was on floor 3, right?
The one that you fiddled with
Yeah.
was on floor. Ah, my goodness, floor 1, first level.
Oh, perfect. Let's get down there. Now I assume it's going to be like one squad's going to be able to fit in the elevator at a time.
It's a larger elevator. It's kind of like a freight elevator, so you could probably fit 10 people in it pretty easy.
10 people that aren't going to be in view of the door when it opens.
Oh well, no, that's
yeah,
that's a little different.
So
you'd almost be. I better shut up. I almost gave you some good tactical advice there.
Can't do that.
Well, I want it to be somewhat challenging. I mean, you've already bested my beastie.
We'll take 6 guys. First floor, secure the production thing that we fiddled with. After we clear it, after we open the doors, Chev, I want you on the next flight down, floor 1.
Roger that.
So who's going down in the first elevator?
My squad.
Okay. So Velvet's staying up top?
Sounds like it. For the, I guess I'll come down third.
Yeah, you can either come down third or come down third, and then Chev, when we hit a spot, can you lock up this elevator so that it doesn't work until you put things back together, so that we can control the elevator?
Should be able to.
Give me a quick jury rig roll.
Clear floor by floor, locking it as we go.
Quick jury rig roll in my now diminished state.
Well, I might have a stimulant for you.
What the freak?
I do, kind of. Here, take this pack of instant coffee.
Ew, just eat the powder.
Yeah.
I've only had instant coffee once, and it was miserable.
Miserable. Was it really that bad?
Yes. Made me feel like what someone would do to get a fix, man. Just one hit. I just need one hit, man. Come on, I just need the hit. I need my coffee. I don't have time to do the machine. It's broken. I need my coffee.
I gotta snort this right now. I gotta do a line. And that's why I have the rated R on our things, because of the drug use.
It's too funny. I have a friend that actually works at a casino, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Casinos are wild.
I used to work at one.
All right, so 3 men on each side of the elevator, pushed up against the wall. I don't want to throw a Molotov unless I think that someone's out there. Oh, okay. Bring sonar guy down with me. When we can he like check just around a corner, just like one corner, just right there at the elevator?
Not without basically looking out.
Sonar guy's gonna need a name. I dub him
Sonar
Shriek.
guy and metal guy are both gonna need names.
Shriek and Bandit? Sure, why not?
Okay,
All right.
that's the flyer
Bandit is.
or magnet guy.
Yep.
Magnet guys, bandit.
Okay, got it.
Um. Yeah. I suppose that we'll push up against the walls. If the doors open and bullets start flying in, then we'll know that someone's there, and we'll just toss the. Ooh, ooh. We never used my smoke bombs. That's what we'll use. Because I
Okay.
can use that, and then sonar guy will be able to tell us. He'll be able to get through smoke with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we'll do. Three men, both sides elevator. Come down, smoke bomb out as soon as the doors open. Sonar gives us a read on how many people are there. Then we move in. That's the plan.
Okay.
Wasn't where we were playing Rainbow Six.
Smoke out.
Yep.
X-Men edition.
Talk it down.
All right. So, you guys stack up in the elevator. The elevator door comes down and goes ding, and the doors open up on the first floor. And I assume you've got the smoke ready to throw out, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then sonar boy is still active right now, because I think
Okay.
that stays active for a little bit, doesn't it? Or does he have to?
Yes, it does. That's the thing
yeah.
is like 10 minutes.
Yep. So he's like, there's nothing in the hallway.
Okay, well, that's good. We get out of the elevator and just
Okay.
have him keeping tabs on it, on anything, on if he senses something, I want to know.
Who's leading the way out of the elevator?
We'll rotate that. That'll rotate between each of us so that there's no like, why the frick am I the point man? I'll do the first one.
You're gonna
And
go
then
out
we'll do-
first.
Yep.
Okay, roll your
It'll
scout
be
roll.
me. It'll be me, and then a hell driver, and then a mutant, and then a hell driver, and the mutant.
Okay, give me a scout roll.
Any bonuses here?
No. As a matter of fact, you're lucky I'm not
my-
giving you minuses because of the smoke.
I am talking specifically about my bad juju sense. 6 cents.
Oh, I forgot about that. You may spend points if you'd like.
I would like to. I would like to spend just one.
We got to figure out a way for me to do that without tipping you off. Okay.
Say that your rat sense is tingling.
Yep.
Oh, that should be. Actually, no, we haven't rest, so my empathy wouldn't have recharged from that. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. Yep, definitely something dangerous in this hallway. Just before you're stepping out of the elevator, you're like, something's dangerous out here.
Okay. Eyes sharp. Something's absolutely out here. I want a dude with a good guy with a good throwing arm with the Molotov ready. And then, of course, everyone has their guns at the ready. Move in, send the elevator back up.
Hold it. Say again. What are you doing?
I want one guy with a Molotov in his hand ready to roll.
Okay.
And then everyone else, of course, has their guns aimed. And I have told them, hey, there's absolutely something here. Send the elevator back up.
Okay, but you've stepped out of the elevator?
Yes, we have.
That's what I needed to know. Okay.
Well, if there's a trap, I guess it's too late now. Oh well.
Well, I mean, before you step out of the elevator, your danger sense goes off.
Right.
Is there anything?
Can I check for a trap?
You roll your scout roll.
Okay. 2.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a thin wire there that you just about stepped on.
Okay. I'll point it out, and then we'll move into the hallway.
Okay, where
Don't-
there's
don't
smoke,
touch
right?
that. Yes, where there's smoke, and then
Yep.
we'll send the elevator back up with one guy in it to let him know that there's a trap at the door, and we're not gonna. Chev will have to disarm it if it's gonna get disarmed.
Okay. All right, so let's the rest of it.
Actually, is the hatch still open on the top of that elevator?
Yeah, I'm sure it would be.
Sure. Then I'll just shout up to Chev. It's trap down here. Wire. Right at door. We're moving in.
Okay. All right, so are you going to do much in the way of moving away from the elevator area when you go down, or are you going to shuttle everybody down and kind of stack up in this hallway?
Right now, I want eyes down. I know that there's like just a few, just like 40 feet down. There's like the T that goes off to the side, right?
Yeah, let me get you in here. I think I can put you there. Can you see the map?
Yeah. Just give me my guys, and I'll put them where they need to be.
Okay. We can do that.
Sonar guy, check this corner for us. Pop his head out and check it.
Sonar guy is coming, huh?
Yep.
Okay, we got
Shriek. Check this.
sonar. And then you had magnet guy too, right?
I don't know if he was on my squad. So I'm gonna say that he's not, but I will put him in my squad once we all get down.
Okay. Did I mark one that was a... You see a mag guy? I don't see him.
I thought you had one.
Yep, so did I. Well, we'll call this person Magnet till we figure out something different. And you had 6 people in your squad, or 4?
Including me. 6.
Okay, so 2, 4. And then you. Okay, so those go. Copy. Paste. So there's your peoples.
Cool. Stacked up kind of like this. Magnet, check that corner.
Okay. Nothing down here.
Okay.
Down the corner.
2 men with magnet, check the other corner.
This one down here.
This one right here.
Yep.
And then me
See
and these 3.
Yep. Nothing to the door, basically.
Move in here. He's keeping an eye on that corner. We're moving into here.
The first thing you notice, these pods right here and here are gone.
Okay. All right. And this is I'll send another guy from here over to the corner to hold it.
Okay.
So we'll take it. This guy right there. Well, somewhere in there. I can't actually see around the corner. And then me and this guy will sort of hover in here, waiting for the next group.
Okay. So essentially everybody else is coming down at this point, right?
Yep. Chev, there's a trap. You can disarm it. Maybe we can even get a goodie out of it.
Okay, let's see if we can get everybody organized here. Kind of. Already have Velvet, but we need this person, this person, this person. person. All of you folks.
And we're bringing that guy we knocked unconscious with us.
Okay.
Tie him up, though. That's something that can be done while we're waiting on the elevators being done.
Okay. Should be everybody down here now. All right, does everybody see the map?
Yep.
All right, so Chev, you're going to try to disable the...
Disarm the
Yeah,
trap.
okay. That might actually be more Velvet style. Hunt? Isn't that more suited to traps?
It is, but he came down first.
Okay, so Chev, go ahead and give me a... I suppose a gearhead roll. There we go.
There.
I think we got too many dice there too, don't we?
It depends on how much the coffee pack helped.
Oh, that's true. True.
I haven't marked that off. I'd better do that right now.
So are you going to push that or?
It doesn't blow up, does it?
No. You just don't get it disarmed.
Okay. So Velvet's group's coming behind me.
You probably all could have actually fit in the elevator all at once.
Yeah. It would have been tight, but you could probably all get down.
I'll just defer to Velvet on it.
Okay. Velvet, you're up.
Okay.
You very easily disarm it, and you have a claymore.
Never seen one that looks like this before. Looks like a bar?
Well, I'm sure it goes boom. How long is that guy going to be out for?
I'd say probably for 30, 40 minutes anyway.
Okay.
I mean, you can keep him unconscious as long as you'd like, basically, I think.
Oh, I'd like to wake him up.
Oh, you want to wake him up?
Yeah, I want him to wake up basically as soon as we clear this floor.
Okay, so you're going to start... You got to clear the floor first, though, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you want to go about that?
Does anyone in particular want to take the nose on that endeavor?
Last time I did, I got rot. No.
Well, we know that there's nothing on this floor that gives rot, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, there's over there in the couple hallways over that you had a little instance where Velvet
I will do it.
Kind of took it on the nose.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm missing my guy that was there. All right, I took nose on the elevator. Hell Driver is next.
Okay.
And we'll sort of stack up.
Okay, this door is open as you move in. You notice that anything that has anything remotely that looks like technology has been yanked out of the wall. There's anything that was, yeah, along that lines has been pulled.
Okay.
You hear some noise coming from behind this door here.
Okay. Have people pointed at it. Can Magnet Guy press buttons on consoles for doors?
Does it have fine motor skills associated with it? Is the question I'm hearing.
I don't know.
Push away or attract metal objects within short range, weighing no more than yourself. Sure, I'd say he could push a button.
Is anyone going to be coming up the rear with me? I know that they're not like with me in the room, but are they pushing in behind me?
I don't know. Nobody's moving their tokens.
Okay, well, I guess that's not the case then. Have them push the button. Guns at the ready, beads on the door.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
come
having
up.
trouble moving anything on my screen right now.
All right. Well, then I'll move you up in here. I'd say these maps are more than what your computer really likes to deal with, I think.
That may be it.
I know one thing that helped me out was turning on hardware acceleration on my browser. So without it, it really did struggle to run this map last time I was here, but I found that setting, turn it on, and had a volumetric map that I played not too long ago that worked out much better. And right now it's also working much better.
Has Firefox got that?
It does have that option. Let me see here.
A few moments later.
Okay, so everybody's here. You're going to yank open the door, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Kick the door down. Good old munchkins.
And of course, you see that standing there.
Okay.
I'm going to
It's
guess
moving?
everybody's going to
Okay,
light
then
that up, right?
Yeah, if it's moving, then it's getting lit up.
Oh, yeah, it's moving in towards you. So let's just Perkin, let's let the three of you roll on this one first, okay? I want to see the three of you roll, and then we'll do the cacophony of others that are going to shoot at it. Velvet, when you hit it, you see chunks of stuff flying everywhere off of it, and you see exposed areas where you've blown chunks of armor off. Don't need initiative yet. Let's do just this is a freebie shot from everybody because you were all set and ready for when the door opened up. Okay, ammo. That hits. Does 3 points of damage. You drop it like a rock. Give me a percentile dice, Chev.
Drum roll. Cue the Jeopardy music.
I am definitely putting that in post. I'm so behind on my editing.
slowly tumbling across my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. 34. Okay. No problems. All right. So where do you want to go from here? You've dropped this thing like a rock.
So next on point is a arc fellow.
Use the cannon fodder. Does not see anything when he peeks around the corner.
Before he starts moving, does my danger sense go off?
No.
Okay. And then this is just a wall on the other side here?
Let me read something on that real quick. It's in the animal book, right? Is that a talent? Or is that a power?
It's one of the animal powers.
Yeah.
It's a power or a
It's an
sixth
animal
sense?
power, yeah.
It's an animal power. Oh, well. Technically speaking, it doesn't mention anything about traps. It just mentions if an enemy tries to sneak close by. So if you're counting the trap as sneaking, then it would be a yes. But if you're not, then it's a no.
I was more interested to see if it is. I think it has to be directed at you. Like, I don't know that your danger sense would trigger for somebody else. Doesn't it have to be you, the one that's in danger?
No, let's see, the wording, I copied it from the book, and it says, you have an animal ability to sense danger and react to a threat faster than your enemy can attack. You can activate this power when an enemy tries to sneak close by. So it doesn't have to be a danger directed at me at all. It's just if an enemy tries to sneak close by.
Yeah. I guess if we start nailing down on that one, it has to be somebody sneaking. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're lying in wait. Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, you make a sneak roll when you lie in wait for an ambush. You get
that's
bonuses depending on how far away you are, but you do have to make a sneak roll.
Right.
Alternatively, if someone's rushing straight at him, he wouldn't get the danger sense because they're not sneaking.
Yeah. I'm going to rule that this your danger sense is not going to be applicable here.
Okay.
Now,
if they're making noise and it's determinable that way, that's an entirely different thing.
Yeah. This is the... I mean, this guy's going to step through this threshold, right?
Yeah, he is.
All right, so the thing is, the trap is not sneaking. It's not trying to do anything other than you have to try to spot it, and he failed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that he's going to step right on it and take it on the chin here.
Yep.
So, all right. He steps through, and it's a fairly violent explosion. Okay, so
is this guy one of our ones that's got extra armor?
Yeah, he will get his armor roll, which is whatever that tire armor was that you guys had. I think it was 4.
Okay. So are our elites with us right now that have not the tire armor, but the carrier plate?
You gave the carrier plates to the pirates, didn't you?
We gave some of them to the pirates. The guys that had their gear, that was theirs, we did not touch.
Okay, so this guy would probably have a plate then, which would be 6.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Look at this again. Explosions. You gonna roll that armor?
Okay. Do you want 6 gear?
Yeah.
Okay. Plate carrier is going to take 1 point of damage, and he's going to take the rest of that damage.
Okay.
Just to the tune.
All right. So let me look here. Artifacts. Because I think it's the base damage is going to get him also on that.
Yep. Yeah, there's a base of like 2 or 3 or something like that, and then...
Yeah, base damage is 2. So it'd be 2 plus the 1, so 3.
Yep.
And for a NPC, that'll kill him.
Yep.
Yep. So
just take him off.
He gets blasted.
I'll grab him and drag him back.
Okay.
I assume he just kind of dies while I'm dragging him back.
Yeah,
or
he's
was dead on
coughing.
impact.
He's coughing and kind of grasping at you. He's got a fairly significant hole where it blasted right through the plate carrier. Some of the BBs went right through, and he's grasping at you. And it gets weaker and weaker as you're pulling him back, and then he exsanguates.
Okay. Perkin's gonna be pretty upset while he's doing this. You can tell that he's quiet though. He starts taking the plate carrier off of the guy, takes a look at it, sees if it's still usable, and then chucks it pretty hard at one of these other guys.
Okay. They kind of look at you, but they get it. I think they understand.
They're not up here. They wouldn't booby trap a place they were frequenting. Not like this.
Ooh. All right, so what you can...
Second. You said the pods and stuff that were in that other room were gone, right?
That would be correct.
Those things are pretty heavy. I'd be willing to bet they drug some of it, which means they should be leaving marks on the ground. Do I see any of those?
You can see some markings, but not like they had to drag it all the way somewhere. So it would have taken something with some heft to be able to lift them, for sure.
Imagining if they didn't take it through here, they probably took it through here. There's no way they would have taken it up from the other direction. They had a friggin' room with a bunch of them sitting around, which I think was around here somewhere.
That's a couple of floors down.
Oh, that was down. Oh, that's right, it was. Well, I know there's that area that's near here that got me sick, so probably not gonna do there. Are we gonna go back downstairs now, or to see where they put the rest of
further
them?
down? I want to wake up our guest first before we run into any more surprises.
What, like right now?
Yes, right now.
I'm gonna smack him around and wake him up. I got you.
Yep.
She absolutely will do that. Does he smell human?
Oh yeah, he's human.
Well, you get some pretty hefty backhands then.
Wake up. Wake up. All right. He wakes up, kind of, stunned look in his face, sort of like, what is going on? And then he stops and he looks around, and you can tell that he is a little bit terrified for his life. Maybe just a little bit.
Should be.
She pulls out her machete. Reg's old machete, specifically.
You're pulling out the machete?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
That one looks pretty intimidating too.
Oh, yeah. We know that one's named.
I renamed it the Regicide.
The Regicide. In honor of Reg. I love it. All right, so
The Regicide is killing kings. Is exactly what we're doing.
kind of he tries to back up further, and of course his back is to the wall. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
He's also
whoa,
got his
whoa,
hands
whoa,
tied.
whoa. There's no need for hostilities. No need for
You're right.
hostilities.
If you answer some questions.
Hey, I'm your guy. What do you
The
want to know?
pods aren't here. Why are you still here?
Pods. What pods are you talking about?
The building pods.
The printer pods?
Those ones.
The ones that were on this floor, right? That's what we're talking about. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just trying to figure out who we're talking about. Yeah, those are gone. Yep.
Where?
They took them back to the home base.
Perkin. Kind of steps away. He's got his hand rubbing on his head. He like kicks the wall over here.
Why are you still
Why
here?
are you still here?
Well, we were just finishing things up.
Finishing what?
I mean, we just had some, housekeeping we had to do before we left.
Explain.
Go ahead and roll your intimidate with your animal power there. Give me that roll.
So technically, this is something that we haven't been doing. I get a minus when I'm using my manipulate on humans.
On a human. Yep.
Yep.
But I can also adjust that based on what
Situation
factors
at
are occurring on the other side of that fence. In this case, he
So,
is seriously outnumbered. He's captured, so I'm not going to make you take the negative.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. I just,
Yeah.
you see, because like before, the way we would have done that without the minus is that I get a bonus because of those things. But I just
Right.
want that. We would need to make sure that we account for that.
Yep.
So
Yep, I
if
get
there's
it.
no bonus, that makes sense because it evens out.
Okay. He's not broken, so I do get to roll that.
Yes, you do.
Give me about 20 seconds. I can fix that.
You are evil sometimes and scary. I'm not going to have much luck at this. Oh. He says, "Look, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry, didn't mean to upset you. We're just cleaning out the facility. We're wrapping it up and getting out of here. So that's all we're doing."
Why?
Why are we? Well, because this technology is valuable to us.
So you just happen to pick now to just go ahead and pick up everything and move, huh?
I don't get your meaning. I mean, we found the place, so yeah, I'm sure you.
Where are they moving it to?
I'm sure you all find stuff all the time and take it
Where
back
are
to
they
your base.
moving it to?
I told you, back to the home base.
How are they getting it
But
there?
it doesn't go there all at once. How's it getting there?
Oh, the portal.
Portal downstairs.
Yeah.
And who are you? Not gonna answer the question?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
What's the portal code?
The portal. Oh, I don't have anything to do with the portal. I'm just the lookout guy.
You got guys down there right now?
No.
Can I do a sense of motion on that? I assume
Yes.
that's him trying to.
Yes.
By sense of motion, meaning a 5-finger sandwich, knuckle sandwich, because that's what he's
You
about to
can
get from me.
absolutely do that. I mean, do that at the same time while I'm doing this. Why not? I'm not pushing.
Oh, he is lying. All right, you pop him right between the eyes. His nose bloodies. He's like, "Oh, hey, 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 hey!" All right, so they're
And-
down there right now. They're down there. They're down there.
How
He says,
many people? How many?
"I don't know. They're transporting out, so I don't know how many are left. I'm supposed to be on the last ride."
I. Was he lying about the port, not knowing anything about the portal code?
No.
Okay. Hmm. I take out my pistol, shoot him in the head.
Oh! Oh!
You let me do the clean way, alright.
All right.
Everyone, listen up.
Sensing some hostility from Perkin.
We're going into the Hornet's Nest, a real one. We're gonna take a ride through that portal. We're gonna go to the pirate outpost. We're gonna grab our people. We're gonna cause some damage on the way there, on the way in and on the way out. We do this now, we do this quick, we have a chance. We wait, the chance is gone. Who's coming with me?
You hear all the hell drivers and the ARC people are like, yeah! And plus, at this moment, they don't really want to try to say no to you. They're terrified.
To the elevator.
Before we leave, I want to search this guy super quick. If he's got anything interesting in his pockets.
Yes, he does. He's got some sort of access card.
I'm gonna toss that to Shiv since I have no idea what the hell it says or what it's about. You like
I
hanging on the
recognize it.
keys? All yours.
Okay, so you'd have to go down. They come back over here to this other corner.
Yep.
Come back the way you came and go down that, and it's the portal was one deck down basically, or two decks down. I'm sorry, 2 decks down.
Yeah, it's 3rd floor.
Okay, so everybody's heading down.
Sounds like it. Did he have anything else on him, or was it just that card?
That was the only thing that was worth anything that you
Notable.
could tell.
Okay.
Did he have any like gear on him, like armor or anything that can
No
that
armor.
would be good for someone else to have? Okay.
Nope, nothing
As
like
I
that.
leave, I do kick him in the head.
What's left of it? I used my laser pistol.
Lasers don't cause internal explosions; they puncture.
The laser does like 3 points. I don't know. It could be closer to a Warhammer 40k laser pistol.
Then fine, I will kick him in the chest.
Point is, she kicks him.
Yes, some part of him that exists is being kicked.
Okay. What is it?
Okay, so not everybody can ride down the elevator.
Yep.
So you're gonna break it basically in half. Are our 3 primary folks coming down first? Meaning our hero
That's
characters?
fine with me, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
I
like
imagine
that.
we'd have to.
Okay, so you'll come down with the first half here.
You hear me?
Okay.
Frustrated.
Okay, that's about who can make it down initially here.
Okay.
And you hear kind of what sounds like power systems in here functioning on this floor when it opens up.
Okay.
Are you going to wait for the next elevator for your last 4 or 5 people?
They're leaving right now. We probably need to get going.
Yeah, we need to get in there. No, we're not
Okay.
waiting.
All right.
But we'll have like 2. We'll have it where it's like a chain heading back, where it's like there's.
Okay.
They've not been here before. We have.
Hang on just a second, okay?
A few moments later.
How are you going to come at this?
Velvet, can you track? We can avoid booby traps if we use the route they use.
Sure.
You can do it quick.
I think that's gonna be a hunt roll. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, hunt roll.
Any bonuses or anything?
No, not on a metal deck.
Ouch. Successful though.
They're not going out through this way. Up through this way here. They're not coming that way. It looks like they're probably headed this way. As you round the corner, Velvet, you see a streak as somebody runs by down here at this 4-way saying, "Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me!"
Can I tell what direction he went? Did he go down here?
Nope, he was headed down this hallway here.
Looks like they're getting ready to leave.
Go, 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 go. We'll just start sprinting.
Okay, this door is actually closed, Velvet. So yeah, you're stringing these guys along with you?
What is this?
Huh? They're either going to keep up or they're not. We're sprinting.
Okay. It's just a barrel that's been left there.
Does it look like it's full of anything?
You'd have to stop and take a check.
Time. Pull out the bow, and I guess we're gonna try to open the door.
Okay. It's going to
Molotov.
require a Chev.
Oh, this is one of his bags then? Okay. We'll back up.
Will that key card assist?
Well, you'll have to check.
Okay.
Perkin, you'll notice when you looked inside this room also as you're running by it, the equipment's gone out of there too.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, so Chev, you go up and you put the card on the thing and the door does open.
That was useful.
And in the middle of the room is one of the big nasties. All right, so
On our end.
you open the door and
I can't see into the room.
there's well, why can't you see in? Should have there's no dynamic lighting there.
Well, this area is dark. I could see something was here just a
It's
second
dark
ago.
as all get out. Yeah.
Okay, let me do this. We'll just do this. So as this door opens, you see this standing here. Chev, you see at the other door over here an old man that looks a lot like your elder, that as far as the dress, the way he's dressed, and he's got somebody pulling him basically by the cuff of his uniform, being pulled back, and as he looks back, you see him, and he kind of tilts his head as he's being dragged through the door and it's closing, and he says, "Chev," and then the door closes. Shink.
What? Am I the only one that saw that?
Perkin would have probably seen it too, being up by you.
Okay. Do we have symbols that we are looking at for the portal on this?
This isn't the portal room. You got to go through this door here.
Oh, okay. Is he moving? Is the alien still standing still?
It's like, yeah, it's not moving towards you. Looks like it's maybe
Okay, so it's
guarding.
okay. 6 guys stack up on me all at once, single volley,
Okay.
and I'm doing this quick. I'm like,
Yep.
you here now, shoot.
Yep.
On
I
my
got you.
mark.
I got you.
Is this a free shot?
Yeah, it's not moving towards you.
Okay. I will aim and then shoot.
Okay. Okay.
There's supposed to be 2 more dice on that. Oh, they didn't roll it. Okay, good.
I got a hit on it.
With your EMP?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. That's all the hits there.
From us 3, there
Okay.
would be 3 more people if we need it.
Yes, you'll need it.
Okay. What do you want to use the Hank thing or just 6 dice
Yeah,
flat?
yeah, I'll use Hank here. Hankinator. The Hankster.
It's 3.
Okay, so we've got, let's see here. All right, so we had Chev got a 1 with the EMP gun.
Yeah, that's 3 damage on his thing.
Mm-hmm. Velvet got 1.
Velvet got a 1.
You got 2. Is that going to damage or anything else?
What are my options here again?
Knock down, knock back, knock something out of his hand.
Knock down.
Okay. And then
the
one of
laser
the others
pistol
got-
is a 2. It's a 2 damage.
Okay. Give me a scout roll to catch this, what you see. It does not go down, by the way, and it doesn't stop moving after the EMP pistol hits it. You notice a slight flicker across its body. At this point, you can hear the portal powered up and powering up.
Okay. Yeah, what do we got? So he's knocked down. I'm moving.
He's
into
not.
making
He is
way more
not.
people.
He is not knocked down. He does not go down.
Okay.
So can we tell what the flicker was?
You want to take some time to look at it and observe in a combat situation?
No, I'll just shoot it again.
Okay. All right, roll. Perfect. Perkin, make a scout roll. You notice that the EMP pulse, as it hits the creature, you see it kind of waver and wobble through and actually come out the other side and dissipate. And with that good of a roll, you'll notice that you see up here, up here, up here, up here, what appear to be like some lamps shining down towards the middle.
Okay. It's fake. Run through. Come on! Come on! Come on!
Okay.
Open that door.
Chev, give me a roll.
What kind of roll?
This is going to be a gearhead to force the door because the little card doesn't work this time.
I got you. Come on.
Oops, that was my light source. Guess I need to have him in here.
I don't know if Chev will hear me when he's working as quick as he can, but I'll be like, Chev, if you can see a shot to turn off the teleporter, do it. With your EMP gun.
You hear a crescendo as the teleporter seems to have reached max power, and then a humming as it's powering down.
Well, I mean, we're still waiting on Chev's dice to roll through.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy crap, this thing has gotten slow.
Let me see if I can help here.
What's
Shit.
the what is it? Exclamation point roll mutant MYZ.
Yep. Yeah, roll exclamation point roll MYZ, then the number of skill dice, or yeah,
5S
and then
5A and 0G.
yeah, something like that. You don't need the 0G if there's nothing there. So you got one success.
That was just off of one set. But
Yeah, it's B for your base dice, S for your skill dice, and then G for your
okay.
yeah, for your.
All right, let me just do my base then.
Ooh, holy mackerel! All right, one success is all you need. You got the door open, so you can see the pad. I'm just going to take the three of you. I'm not going to bother moving everybody here.
There's no point in that.
Where's Velvet? There you are. Okay, so the pad is basically resonating down. You see the control.
Symbols.
Yep. If you can see symbols on the display. Chev, you want to make a roll again? See if you can catch them all out of the buffer.
I just tried to do it regular, but yeah, well, we go over here.
It's all right. We'll head over to some Discord dice.
5S, 5B.
Okay, 2 successes.
2 successes.
You get the address that they headed to, and you've also got the address for this pad.
Did I? So they were already gone before we got in here, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have saw anything.
No, they had basically hit the go button before you got the door open. Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Put it in. Let's go.
Did they see us?
They appeared to be aware of you. Yes, the one guy that was dragging the old man.
I don't think they know we have access to portals as well, so...
Well,
We cannot let them have that.
It's now or never.
Okay, so everybody's going to load onto the pad?
The faster we do it, the more likely, the better our chances that they haven't done anything to
Burn
mess
your
with the other
chips. Everyone's going.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's going to head into this then.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you hit the get everybody loaded onto the pad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be all your helpers with you as well, right?
Yep. I want to be. The thing is, I want to be like, send one back and tell them, but no, I feel like this one's more a burn the ships deal. So
I didn't expect
unless
this.
someone is like, hey, I don't think if anyone, I don't think anyone would, but if anyone says, hey, I don't know if I can go through with this, then I would give them that task. But otherwise, they're coming with.
No, there's nobody that shies away from the chore. Okay. You guys get on the portal. He puts in the code that powers up, and you guys transport and appear here. And let's see here. Do I have... So you're on some sort of structure, but around you, you see just nothing but water. You hear some exclamations from 2 pirates sitting down here, and it looks to me like or looks like to you that they are carrying a big box of some sort of something, and we're intending to put it on the platform when it activated.
Oh man. All right. This is a give the Covenant back their bomb moments. Okay.
Should we shoot them or shoot them?
Oh yeah, shoot them. Shoot them. Shoot them.
Ah,
I
come
think I
on.
will change weapons. These are not the android things, are they?
No.
12 dice and there's a bunch of zeros.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I think you're right about the maps because everything's moving quick now.
everything's a little quicker now?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's the lighting stuff. It can stress the system, and if there's not much GPU for it to pull from, it's not going to do a whole lot. So,
Gotcha.
So, do we shoot now?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
I'm waiting for everybody to roll because
Sweet.
these guys are kind of they're like in the process of getting back down off the platform because they didn't expect it to power up.
Shooting.
Plow,
I'll take an extra point of damage, Alex.
plow, plow. Okay. I'm just gonna say you guys, you basically eliminate these two dudes post haste. I mean, you got 12 or however many. It's just, and everybody kind of opens up on them. It looks like an old West OK Corral moment there. Blam, 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 blam.
So, where can I see the elder yet?
No.
Because that should have been, we should have been right behind them.
Well, it's on now.
Well, no, I guess it'd take a minute or two. Never mind.
We need
All
to
right, game
get down
plan.
off this pad. Can we, Chev, see if you can get that bomb 30-minute timer, then dump it overboard.
So you hear obviously the air raid siren going off, an alarm.
We need to get down off this pad. Does... Alright. Oh, freak. I'm gonna really need to focus this up.
Like no cover anywhere.
Nope. That's what I'm saying. We need to get down off this pad.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's a bomb. You can tell that they were getting ready to load a bomb onto the pad, but you can't tell if it's activated or not.
I'll take 2 squads of guys, and we're making our way down off the pad.
Okay. When you come down off the pad, let me put them out here. Man, oh man. You guys never fail to just completely amaze me.
Well, listen here, buckaroo. I'm sure that you thought we were going to turn around this time. Because that's what we've always done. But our backs are really against the wall this time. So.
Yeah, they are. They are to some extent to the wall here. So you guys will get a full move out. Velvet, as you're coming down here. Oh, excuse me. My eyes water. All right, so as you're coming down the stairs, Velvet, you spot the old man being drugged by this guy right here. And the old guy's actually trying to fight a little bit. And, yeah.
She's gonna point it out to everybody else. And she's gonna take a shot at this guy. She can see, get a good line on him.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
We're gonna load up a poison arrow. Jesus Christ.
You can certainly push that if you'd like.
I have to. How is that possible? Wow. Screw me, I guess.
That's crazy.
36 dice and not a
Well-
single friggin' 1 or 6.
I am standing there. I could also take a shot.
Yep, if you want.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
I will also push.
Okay. That does 2 damage.
2 points. Yeah.
Okay. He yelps as
Is
the
anyone else?
beam of light lances across his body.
Is there anyone else here in the stack that could also take a shot, or no?
Let's see. Well, Chev is up here. He'd have to get down
Yeah,
here, actually.
I didn't direct these guys to look over the edge, but I imagine that the sound of gunfire might attract them. Would that be okay if any of them could take a shot?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
Chev, you see the old guy being drugged right down here.
I assume that I'm highly confused over that.
Oh, yeah. You also, as you're kind of, you see a bunch of people gathered up here. You see some young kids mixed in the group. And you see Rick.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder who that guy is.
All right, so nice. That's going to take him out. Clicking on the wrong map. There we go.
One second. I have to step away for just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, Chev will bark to somebody to get and protect the elder.
Okay. All right. We'll wait for... Oh, excuse me. We'll wait for Josh to get back here. All right. So, you have engaged this guy. The elder immediately starts running back towards the pad. As he's doing that, you see people milling all over the place. And from up here, way up here on this tower, you hear the whine of a minigun spool up.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. This person right here is the initial target.
Is he on a platform up there?
Yep. Looks like he's got about a 360-degree shot with that. All right, roll his armor.
Is this an armored person or?
Yeah, it's roll. I need 6 dice. It's an arc guy.
Okay. 6 gear. Rolling.
Okay. Ooh. The armor took most of that, so it did not outright kill him. Now, where would you like to go at this point? We're going to have to go into initiative, I think.
Yep.
It's 9 o'clock. This could very well take an hour to hash out.
It's probably best that we stop here then.
I think that we start our next session right at initiative here, okay?
Okay.
And that way I can make sure I've got everything statted correctly and I'm not trying to wing some of these and I've got them properly statted. And there's some extra characters that should be on the board here that I can't find their tokens for right now. That'll let me get them up on deck. So.
Yeah, you said, and this one is Rick, and I'm like, where? I can't see him.
Yeah, I can't find Rick's character sheet right at the moment. Let me try again here. Let me do a search, maybe. Is it Rick Blaine?
No.
Yeah, that's Rick right there. Chronicler.
I guess.
Well, let me see if this... Let me put your...
Just to be fair, I completely do not remember his last name.
I'll put it in your journal. There you go. Big old
Yeah,
token.
that's him.
Yep. So he's down here cuffed and stuffed.
I think it's been like, what, a year or two in games the last time we saw him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Right.
Perkin
Still
actually
alive.
did see him, so Perkin will recognize him. But
Yeah. Yeah, because Perkin was on the ship before it got, or the Ark before it got obliterated. Yeah, this is a guy that you're familiar with. Chev knows him very well, and he looks like he's basically skin and bones. Poor pallor. I mean, looks like a POW essentially.
sounds about right.
So, man, woo! You guys took it by the horns tonight.
Well, again, I don't actually think we had that much choice.
Well, you did. But that choice comes with consequences, just like all of them, you know.
Yeah.
It allows, if you hadn't gone all in and pushed all the chips in tonight, it would give me an opportunity to basically kind of rebuild myself to some extent as far as the pirates' threat.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing is when you said I probably wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, we should go there, except for that you took the manufacturing pods, and it's like that is not something they can be allowed to keep.
I really wish I could have.
Honest, I said.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys.
Oh, I wish I could have seen your face
really
when I
wish
said that the pods are gone. I wish I could have seen your face.
Yeah. oh well, you know, per enough. So
Yeah, Perkins ready to go, isn't he? Well, this is
yeah, I don't think you were here for it earlier, but I was like, if we make it out with half our guys, I expect that we will be lucky, and I expect for players to die on this one.
it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
wish we could have sent one back to let them know what happened to us, but we're all in.
Yeah, I kind of wish that too, and I really thought about it, but I was like, no, I feel like this is more of a burn the boats on the shore kind of moment.
Well, I am surprised you didn't send somebody back with the address to the pad.
With the codes. No, I get that.
Yep.
The part of the problem with that though is that like maybe they say, well, I don't know if they can use the pad, but just in case they figure out, and then they have a security detail on the pad, and then there's problems. Now, I did think about, man, I wonder what kind of big bomb we could make and just push onto the pad and send as a Christmas present. But then I was like, we can't do that, because if it's too big, then we kill everyone we're trying to save, so...
And of
Makes it
course,
harder to get to 'em.
Hostages are the cards.
Seeing the elder probably had Chev all in anyway.
Yeah, it does not look like your elder. Okay, let me just make that clear.
Okay.
Yeah, let me.
He does recognize you, so he's some kin to him.
So he may have been one of the other scientists then.
Maybe.
Oh, looky there. Somebody's paying attention.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, you got to remember, my memory got churned up for where Perkins did Chev's famous headshot rule out of pure frustration.
That's true.
Because that's what I did to the witch before she got on the rocket.
Yeah, you've got some interesting questions for him if you can get him picked up.
That's why I barked out for somebody to get to him stat.
All right, well, what a cool session this is. This turned out to be. It's like, man, turn it up to an 11.
I don't know. Oh, experience. That's what it was.
Ah, yes.
We're about to need it.
Well, you did manage to end up exploring a zone.
Not
So
if we wanted to.
you participated in a session, so that's 2. Let's see here.
I know. Sacrifice something that mess with NPC we hate. Yes, yes, and yes.
Sacrifice for the NPC you want to keep safe. Yeah, this is probably a one-way trip.
Did you sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy? Did you sacrifice or risk something to mess with your NPC you hate? Did you sacrifice it? Well, definitely the NPC. Who's the PC that you're risked something for?
No, NPC that you're trying to keep
Okay.
safe.
All right, so yeah.
And that's just the arc.
That's 2, 3, 4. Because I'm going to say you definitely are sacrifice something to mess with the NPC you hate. And I'm going to give you the 5th one, guys. Did you sacrifice or risk something to reach your big dream? Your big dream is to be out from underneath this horrible people that are attacking you and killing you frequently. So
that 5 is locked in with that. We're getting at least that, right?
I'm giving you 5,
Could I get a
yeah.
6th out of you? Could I pull a 6th out of you?
All right, what's your argument?
No, I'm just being cheeky. I don't have an argument.
Okay. Yeah.
I am going to put that in the shoot.
You definitely shot enough tonight to have upped your level. So, yeah, we're good. I'm going to end this here. We're still recording. Thank you for watching another episode of Mutant Year Zero. We appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified when we upload new content. We hope to see you next episode. Thanks for joining us for Mutant Year Zero.